Alright, here we are. Game 2 between CDEC and Vici Gaming Potential. Let's take a look. As CDEC, they do have a 1-0 lead in this set of 2-round robin. And first 2 picks for both sides is that Disruptor. And Tusk for CDEC, Vici Gaming, they go with the Bounty Hunter as well as the Gyrocopter, which we've been seeing just about every game. The bands here are as follows: Razor, Tiny Enchantress, Witch Doctor, Shadow Shaman for CDC, and then Vici Gaming Potential with the Naga, Omni, Chen, OD, and SF. So, bit of an interesting lineup so far from CDC with Disruptor Tusk, giving up that Gyrocopter with the 2 consecutive picks, Bounty Hunter, Gyro, and Gyro picked up again, so it's just interesting that he has become that first pick, or first phase pick, pretty much, and not getting banned out at all. And it seems like I'd almost rather have Tiny in the game, or I would say Naga in the game, rather than a Gyrocopter for sure. But
I must say, the moment you said I'd rather have a Naga in the game, I stopped believing in you. But I agree. We've seen Gyro getting picked up pretty much in every, like, it was always the second pick, right? No, never actually the first one. So it always started out with one team going for the first pick, and the second pick just goes for Romo plus Gyrocopter, and that's a smart move, potentially picking up the Dragon Knight. So they then did not only take out 2 big counters, which is Omni Knight as well as OD out of the pool, together with the Shadow Fiend, they also have the Gyro in their own lineup, so Dragon Knight doesn't have any natural enemies coming out already.
yeah, CDC, now they go to the Underlord, and Underlord Tusk Disruptor, it's an off-lane Underlord. Does it do enough here against Gyro and Dragon Knight?
I mean, Underlord always does something. Against Gyrocopter, it's a little bit more complicated because you can't rely on that. You can't rely on your passive to negate all the damage. But you have a Tusk to make up for that, and with Disruptor together, that is pretty much Tusk, Underlord, Disruptor on your face on the Gyrocopter, and you already have a Bounty Hunter picked up, so you're not gonna have another support that can potentially save the Gyrocopter. You're gonna see a full defensive support coming out from VG Gaming Potential.
Vici Gaming Potential, they played a great game against IG in the second game. First game here against CDC didn't exactly go to plan. What do you think in terms of their play style they need to change up?
So we've seen CDEC going with it. Oh, that's a big change in playstyle.
Wow.
Did you expect to see a Phoenix today? I did not.
Not particularly, and this is what, position 5 Phoenix?
It sure looks. It could still be the offlaner if they wanted to, but
it sure looks at position 5.
I would say they run it off lane. I'm open for that, or just maybe even run it safe lane and go with the Dragon Knight off lane, because we all know Dragon Knight can sit in whatever lane he wishes. I'm not sure where I want to go with the Phoenix pick, but just the fact that I picked him up made me happy. However, see, they answered with a Death Prophet, which is the only last really big counter to the Dragon Knight back in the pool. Good against the Gyrocopter as well, but we don't see any particularly tendencies to go for a specific carry yet. I was thinking about maybe after Phoenix pick going for Troll Warlord on the side of CDEC, but you have a Disruptor on a Death Prophet to benefit from that, and that's not the best series to use the ultimate with.
Gyrocopter's just been doing so well recently. I'm trying to wonder where Vici Gaming Potential go with their last pick, and if CDC have enough damage to deal with this lineup. Do they need to go with some, like, Jugs banned out last by Vici Gaming Potential? What could they do in really...
Terrorblade.
Lifestealer.
Told you, Lifestealer. Exactly.
That's exactly what I heard. I know. Yep, that was exactly what I heard.
I mean, they're pretty much the same, right? Yeah, I'm not gonna get away with that one.
No, you're not.
Not really?
Not in the slightest.
Nintendo was made.
You need to go back to the drawing board on an attempt like that, please.
5 seconds remaining.
Dragon Knight, Gyrocopter, Phoenix, Bounty Hunter. What does a hero truly need here? Do they really want to run another mid lane, just put the Dragon Knight offlane? I don't think it's going to be a position 5 Phoenix. I think they really want to have him in the core position in this game with the Bounty Hunter, because they can exert a lot of pressure for the sort of CDEC.
So do you go with somebody like a Rubik? And they go Sand King. And Sand King's a core hero, Go King. So 4 position Phoenix, 5 position Bounty Hunter, Sand King in the 3. Alucard on the Dragonite mid life, no color gyro safe lane. And then Seamew on the Lifestealer safe lane, set to mid with the Death Prophet. Quan on the offlane Underlord, waiting on the Tusk in the 4 spot, and SGR Disruptor 5.
Alright. Wanna bet who's gonna win? I would say I like VG Gaming potential lineup quite a lot because of Phoenix. There's an Underlord to be concerned about for CDEC, but I believe in Gyrocopter Dragon Knight. I think they're gonna take it home.
Just because I have a bit of experience with DPL, I think... Oh. Hold on. Waiting swatch with Quan. One of the things that I notice in DPL a lot is a lot of the series split 1-1. And I'm going to keep to that. And I'm going to go with Vici Gaming potential. Just, you know, just off that basis alone. But if I was really to look at this draft-wise, I think CDC definitely have an opportunity to take this 2-0. Lifestealer, I feel like, might be a little bit hard to kill at times with the... I would say a little bit of a, not lack of lockdown, I just feel like Rage is long enough for Lifestealer to do enough with it against this Vici Gaming potential lineup. I can see that,
but the... they swap again. Just swapping the Underlord and the Tusk back and forth. But I must say, yes, you have the Rage to work with, but then there's a Gyrocopter who doesn't really care about your Rage. Dragon Knight neither, so both do heavy physical damage in those crucial mid-game fights. And I feel like together with Bounty Hunter that just puts track on top of you, they're gonna kite the Lifestealer quite efficiently once the DP is down.
And that's where I kind of, well, I was gonna say rely on my Death Prophet, but also the Underlord, who I would say Underlord more aura build this game. I feel like try and get tanky, get that aura build out there, have Guardian Greaves at some point.
Yeah, he wants to go for Atrophy Aura. He wants to farm up quite a bit, just so you have that 40% damage reduction. It's so good against Gyrocopter and DK as well. Just have your own little reduction bonus, not only the DK in the game. To the sides, yeah, he's going for Breath Fire first. We're going to see the standard Dragonite mid lane. Nothing too special. I was expecting him to actually take his place on the safe lane and put the Gyrocopter in the mid lane against the DP. But hey, if they want to lane it like that, they're gonna lane it like that.
One thing I have a question about is the win probability. Is it split based off draft picks?
I would think so. Like, it's definitely not because of teams, because then we would have had different ones.
Because this is the most even I've seen it after a draft. At least today. If that makes sense.
It definitely shifts after the first 2 bounty units by 1%.
Nah, that's 1%.
But, weird.
So, laning phase, it looks as though Bounty Hunter's gonna spend a bit of his time over towards top. Meanwhile, it's going to be the Underlord as well as the Tusk, and this Tusk has that weird gem in his, I
guess the confusing one.
Yeah, it's the really annoying one. I forget what it is. But I've seen it on a couple of heroes. But it's...
Can't say I'm a fan of those.
It's the Gyrocopter, the Phoenix, as well as the Bounty Hunter against Underlord, as well as this Tusk, in a lane that I think is going to benefit Vici Gaming potential in a decent amount. but at the same time opens up this bottom lane as we take a look. TZY, Thunderstrike, one more shot. SGR is going to get first blood on TZY over bottom. That's the power of CMU and SGR early. So CDEC go out to an early lead. Setsu looking like he's dominating over mid for the most part, getting these last hits and pushing over mid this far. And then
this is the lane I'm a little bit curious about. That they actually decide to
Icarus dive, waiting very low, body blocks from Gokking, and he's been very good in this series despite being down a game. And they get the kill onto the Tusk. So very nicely done. Use that Icarus dive, get the body blocks out there, and it works really well to get that early kill.
So, question with putting Alucard on the Dragon Knight in the mid lane against the DP. That's usually the lane you want to avoid simply because DP has that potential lockdown on the Dragon Knight because of his high HP pool with the Spirit Siphon.
Over bottom again, TZY, Burrow Strike not far enough away. One more shot will do it. And SGR, another kill over bottom. TZY cleaned up with waiting, making the rotation. So they get themselves another kill. Now the Sunray comes out on Quan. DY is here, but I don't think it's really enough to scratch the surface of this Underlord. And at least early, CDC look like they're ahead a little bit. Doing quite well overall. I think if Underlord can survive this lane, get his levels, we could see CDC start to take an early snowballing lead.
Yeah, and he already has that level 3. This is one of the crucial levels because now you have that level 2 Firestorm.
TZY open wounds, and it's looking like another kill. They've got the Burrow Strike, but the damage is out. SGR now on a killing spree. I feel like CMU's like, really? Really, position 5 Disruptor? You can't give me one of these 3 last hits?
What are you talking about? It's position 5 Lifestealer. Surprise. Just a farming Disruptor. Here's the thing, you get a Midas and as much experience as you can and then just go plus 40 damage Thunderstrike. And like on level 20, plus 4 Thunderstrike hits. You build a Kaya and then you're basically useless because, I don't know, you don't do damage.
Could you imagine just position swapping like that? Your position 4 is now a mid, your position 5 is now a carry, your carry is now a 5, your mid's now a roaming 4. I wonder what lineups would do the best. But for right now,
you could rotate it. Every time you die, you move down 1 slot. If you get a kill, you move 1 up in the position. So
try to balance
you
the
start
farm.
Yeah, you just start as a support position 5. You get 3 kills. Suddenly you're mid. That could work.
I feel like now level 4, and it's just 2 in Atrophy Aura, 2 in Firestorm. It's gonna be hard to kill this Underlord.
Yeah, if you manage to get close to him at all, Gyro's gonna take so much damage just approaching him. And with a Phoenix, they don't really have to lockdown to hold him in place for anything. But it's the rotation coming in mid on Setsu.
Yeah, Setsu, this is 3 heroes over mid, and to be honest, Setsu going down here is not the worst thing in the world if he goes down here, especially with the fact that they've made the rotation so heavily with 3 heroes, Kinetic Field as well as the Ice Shards come through. The Sunray's going to try and save a couple of these heroes' lives. The nice Crypt Swarm, they'll get the kill on a TZY. Vici Gaming potential. They bring 4 heroes to this lane, and they come out empty-handed.
That is really frustrating. Like, yes, your Gyro is farming, but on the other hand, you just gave a free kill away after not getting the DP. Simply not because they chain stunned perfectly. It's a death trophy after all. She just managed to get the Spirit Siphon off before she gets stunned again.
A totally balanced ability, by the way.
Totally balanced. As balanced as Dark Willow.
So let's see if they can make something happen on this Underlord. Because they've got the Sunray, they've got the Rocket Barrage, Homing Missile comes through, then they will have the damage. So surprisingly enough, they were able to get the kill onto the Underlord. It didn't look as though that was going to be that easy, but with a couple heroes coming through, the Sunray doing enough damage, they will get the kill and Underlord will drop. So all the while, CMU just farming over bottom.
I mean, levels 3 Rocket Barrage is a lot of damage, and you can never forget about the Sunray, which actually does percentage damage. So, Underlord, Well, he has to moderate a little bit more like that. He's still sitting on level 5, so he's doing decent. He's also farming up some jungle creeps. He's not doing too bad, at least in comparison to Sand King, who's sitting on 3 last hits and completely abandoned his lane.
Ooh, Elder Dragon for Icarus Dive, as well as DY coming in, but Setsu's got the Spirit Siphon really doing work. There's the Sunray, and I think that's the big counter here to Setsu, especially trying for these fights, but again, Setsu able to survive, Elder Dragon form used, Setsu gonna move over bottom, and he's okay with that. He's okay with these heavy rotations. You continue to open up the lane, especially for Seamew, on a lifestealer that I think now level 6, going for the Radiance. If he can get this Radiance at a decent timing, which he's going straight for at 7 minutes into the game, I expect CDEC to continue their trend of being ultra aggressive.
Yeah, they're gonna be absolutely unstoppable when that comes late, because usually that would be a prominent item for the Underlord, but then you're looking at the Tusk, who's beefy and can actually influence the battlefield. Same with the Disruptor, who's not that tanky, but at least he can trap people in. Exorcism pushing power together with a Lifestealer and an Underlord. They have so much sustain on the tower.
Call down comes out, Sunray, but that's just on creeps. No life, no color. He's farming decently well here too. As we switch over to the net worth, and he is top of the net worth by 500 gold. But again, this is about Lifestealer getting out of control, and Gyrocopter can do the same. We've seen it countless times just today. That Gyrocopter can make things happen. And they've got the glimpse onto the Bounty Hunter. There's the Shadow Walk with the Thunder Strike, as well as the Ice Shard, Spirit Siphon. There's the kill. Waiting gets it. And it's an easy pick off for CDEC, continuing their trend of being aggressive.
Yeah, they have really have the remaining combination for it. Underlord is okay on the offlane solo. DP needs a little bit of help in the mid lane, but eventually should be fine. And the bottom lane is the Lifestealer show, where Sand King sitting on 9 last hits to the 52 of the Lifestealer. So the bottom lane is completely lost, and there's pretty much nothing you can do about it.
And to the 35 of Underlord, if you want to compare him to another offlaner. That's just absolutely outrageous. So
it's a lane he can't really win, because he basically gets countered. His lane gets he loses his lane against an item that costs 180 gold. Like there's one sentry, there's one dust, and he lost his lane early on against the Disruptor. That's just how it goes.
Heavy rotation from Vici Gaming Potential again. They look over at Seamew, Infest back to full health. They'll send Phoenix here with the Gyrocopter, and I feel like if they had seen that rage, they would have gone in. But now they rotate over towards mid. There's the glimpse. They've also used the Exorcism, Elder Dragon form, now called down, as well as the Sunray. That's going to hit on a couple of these heroes, but this is a snowball, really giving them a lot of time to work with. TZY is here. They'll have the Burrow Strike. Setsu low with the Icarus Dive coming through. Waiting gets killed off. Down goes this Death Prophet, but 4 heroes here. And I understand you've lost yourself a Death Prophet as well as a Tusk, but that's a lot of rotations coming through for a couple of heroes that nets you about 900 gold in total.
Yeah, and that is it's also about the victory of having dealt with the Death Prophet, so there's no Exorcism for the next 2 minutes. If you had a level 3 Sunbeam or Sunray that completely healed up your team and just made the entire difference in the fight, then
now they go over top. Dark Rift, but that's 6 seconds. Rocket Barrage, Sunray. They're chaining together a couple of kills here, and now we're looking at Vici Gaming Potential, where they've strung them together well enough where CDEC, I feel like they got to think of something else besides being aggressive and leaving the lane open for Seamew.
Question is, how do you bring TZY online in this lineup? Like, yes, you had a good fight in mid, you have a Gyrocopter you can snowball with, you have the Dragon Form to contest towers, but what do you do with your Sand King? He's sitting on level 5. Bounty Hunter sitting himself on level 4 as well.
Snowball on the Bounty Hunter. They've also got the Dust. Kinetic Field will land. They've also got the glimpse on the Gyrocopter to get him out of this fight for a moment as he throws the call down out. Trying to get back in on the waiting with the Sunray coming through. There's the Rocket Barrage. Homing Missile comes out. That'll get the kill. It actually moves over to the Underlord, which is a problem, but the Static Storm plays down. Fires Storm. Life no color, in a lot of trouble. The Thunder Strike. One more shot will get the kill. And Gyrocopter drops. And that's a very good win for CDEC. And they also get SGR out with 15 health.
Radiant's bottom tower is
That was just one shot close from a gyrocopter dying off on the disrupt as well. It's again we're looking at it back and forth. This is fairly unexpected. We expected that calm, precise C and Doto. Now we get thrown. Now we get a gyrocopter thrown at us. Like we're gonna fight. We're gonna casually gank the mid lane twice with a gyrocopter in 10 minutes.
Yeah, again, we've seen that so many times. Gyrocopters just making moves early. Does it come at a cost to be that mobile as a gyrocopter? Like, is that high risk, high reward if you don't get any kills? Like, that's gonna really slow down your farm?
Well, you never really slow down the farm with a gyrocopter simply due to the nature of flag cannon. You just one stack, and you can clear any stack on the map, even if it's not stacks. You can clear 2 jungle camps, if not 3 at the same time. It's just you always stay ahead on a gyrocopter. You rarely really lose your farm unless you get heavily ganked in the jungle. And even then, you go for smoke ganks. You have a level 4 rocket barrage, which does an insane amount of damage in smoke ganks, and you're fine after all. So it's just the nature of Gyro. Like, he has so many different spells. He's so versatile.
Over bottom, they do have this track now out. Snowball to avoid the homing missile, pulling in the disruptor at the same time. But they have track up and ready for the bounty hunter in the side of Vici Gaming Potential. 3 heroes coming over bottom. SGR's got to be very careful. And all the while, they look over at Waiting, who's still tracked up, but back by the tier 2. Glimpse comes in into the static storm. That'll be through on a no life, no color. They've got the track onto the disruptor. Shuriken toss, bounces from the lifestealer to the disruptor with the rage. Now the snowball. Icarus dive comes out from Go King. This has got to be pretty quick as the Crypt Swarm now comes through. Epicenter attempted, but the Pit of Malice is there. TZY trying to find something. Setsu with the Epicenter. They'll get the kill. That's going to be 2 for the side of CDEC. Ice Shards block Go King from going up the stairs. And now they look over DY. Shuriken Toss is available, and he'll get the kill, but this might come at his life as they've got the Thunder Strike and the Glimpse, but do they have the vision as he's back into the Shadow Walk, and he walks away.
Interesting fight, I must say. It kind of still favors it kind of still favors CDEC, I would say, because they have, well, like, while Exorcism is running and they did a decent amount of damage to the mid tower, their lifesteal is going to finish up their dragons. The relic is completed. He's around 800 gold away from it, and when that comes out, you're going to deal with mischance. You're going to deal with more damage output from the lifestealer. The only saving grace they have right now is, I would say, the Sun King together with the Phoenix, and yeah, they're gonna utilize them immediately. The smoking again.
Oh, SGR breaks the smoke, and if you're CDC, you're kind of okay with that.
Yeah, that's the... Well, we found a disruptor, I guess, but not gonna get anything more kinda gank.
But
he played gank tank.
To be fair, this is the position 1 SGR, 4 kills, no deaths we were talking about.
Well, no longer no deaths, I guess.
Yeah, but that is a good killing spree gold going the way of Vici Gaming Potential, as well as, I believe, track gold going their way as well. So that opens up the map for the rest of the team. Just because they were able to break that smoke, Seamew now going into this Radiance recipe and has enough gold for it after picking up that bounty rune over top, or top half of this river, bottom, dire side, bottom river, bounty rune.
Right. So he's so far away from the Blink Dagger on the Sun King. Like, his net worth is on the same as together with the bounty. Actually, all supports are doing fairly bad this game, including the Phoenix. But Sun King definitely he got the worst scenario right now, because he can't really go into his own jungle because there's a Jari constantly farming. He can't stay on a lane because there's so much roaming potential, and with the and just with the chance of a Nike's gang coming up, he doesn't want to risk it either, which is exactly what's happening. Infest smoke gang.
There's the track on the Setsu, and I feel like Vici Gaming Potential, they kind of need that Blink Dagger, they need that initiation. They can't rely on Icarus Dive as well as the Supernova to make something happen. Also, need to stop saying the phrase, I feel like. But now that I've pointed it out, no longer be said again.
Yeah, I feel like you might be right on that one.
See what you did there.
Oh, it's one.
Ooh,
one
there's the
creepy
glimpse
laugh.
SGR, but
The Phoenix dodge.
yeah, doesn't come back. That's commitment.
That's a supernova dice, but guess what? Consolation prize. It's a bounty hunter.
Yeah, and they get the bounty hunter. He buys back. They'll get the kill on a waiting. They'll get the track hold coming through. Pit of Malice is going to be used here, locking in Alucard. They'll also use the glimpse. They've got the track. Icarus dive across the river. Oh boy, here comes TZY looking for that juicy burrow strike, that juicy bounty gold.
But can't find anyone, and it's crazy. The bounty hunter bought back, and he still only lost 60 gold. And he actually, his team actually benefited off this kill. That's just the power of the bounty hunter. Like that moment when the 60-minute buyback without your act getting threatened actually works out.
Ooh, they're going for this gyrocopter with the silence as well as the phase boot spirit siphon. They do spot Go King. They need to be careful with the rocket barrage coming through. There's the glimpse kinetic field, not going to lock anything up. But you take a look at the rest of the team. The bounty hunters inbound, thunderstrike on him. The chase is on, but he is out and away. Now the track on both the disruptor as well as the death prophet. So nobody going down on either side. 10-9 in favor of CDEC, but again, they've got that track gold to work with, and they are farming quite well, especially with life no color on this gyrocopter at top of the net worth.
Yeah, while he might be sitting at the top of net worth, don't forget this is a lifestealer farming. Lifestealer is pretty good at dominating mid-game fights, especially against the likes of the Dragon Knight and the gyrocopter, which cannot easily go into an MKB early. And they have access system to work with as well.
So, he's going for that Solar Crest into the Lincoln Sphere next. Dust is going to be popped, and now they've got this kinetic field Icarus dive out. They've got the dust on the DY, but
I'm going to claim a free 2-1 tower. It's not going to make a little bit of pressure top, but I doubt he's going to have enough power to actually bring this tower down. Gonna stick around, CDEC? Nope, we're all going to TP out. Just play safe, Respector. We almost get to cancel with the Shuri toss.
They do have the Blink Dagger now on TZY. I feel like this might be the moment where Vici Gaming Potential look to initiate and be the aggressors. So, let's see. As there is the smoke as well as the infest. They find themselves the Sand King, Ice Shard, Snowball, but that Blink Dagger, it's enough to get away. And now they got the glimpse into the Static Storm. Sunray is out with the infest. Walrus Punch, and not dead. Not dead just yet. TZY able to really survive the onslaught coming their way. There's the Shuriken just bouncing around. Flat Cannon will clean up one. Now they look for more. Seamew in a lot of trouble. The Rocket Barrage is there as well as the Supernova. 3 kills for life, no color, and he's not done just yet. He's looking to continue to farm, continue to get that gold push forward, and they think about Roche, they think about Ancients, and not actually going for either of them, so maybe he is done just yet.
Just again, such a crazy net worth coming out for the gyrocopter. Like we've said it over and over again. He's sitting on Face, Drums, Yasha, and BKB at 19 minutes. 11k net worth. Next one in line would be the Lifesteal with 9.4k. There's a medallion and the Radiance. It just feels like all the items for the gyrocopter have way more impact than anything else for CDEC.
And comes back onto the gyrocopter. Still going for this tier 1. Ice Shard's placed down. All the while, Underlord is bottom, and it doesn't look like CDEC can really place a fight just yet. You need to be very careful going into the side of Vici Gaming Potential. So,
just careful, Dojo. All around. We've seen him taking one objective, backing off. Just it's kind of been like that for both sides this game. Like some light skirmishes, but nobody really wants to commit to those big 5-on-5 team fights yet.
And look at the win probability, 50-50, which is where I feel like this game's at the moment. But more, I would say not 50-50, more 60-40 in favor of Vici Gaming Potential. I feel like with the farm that Gyrocopter has, as well as where they're standing right now with a couple kills they got on Seamew, or with the one singular kill they got on Seamew earlier. It's definitely a possibility of it going their way, and now they've got the epicenter, but the snowball is going to really... Whoa. Snowball as well as the Dark Rift was enough to get everybody out.
There's a gigantic snowball running in mid. There we go.
That was a beautiful play. Snowball, you hold it with the Dark Rift. For Dark Rift to go through, 5 seconds is all you need. That is... Wow.
Yeah, it gives you that free bailout, but it's kind of pretty precise combo you need to hit, and it doesn't help you in any way on an aggressive level, so it's purely defensive. Ooh, this ward.
Smoke comes out, and this ward spots it. They're not near them just yet. Do they have a smoke of their own to try and counter this smoke or go after them? I don't even know if they need that smoke. They're in the Roche pit. This is an opportunity for Vici Gaming Potential for sure. But it really depends on how CDEC choose to play this, or how they play this when they see this pressure coming through. There's the call down. Kinetic Field Rage used very early by Seamew. He's in a little bit of trouble as the snowball comes out, as well as the Pit of Malice. The BKB is going to be popped by Setsu. They turn it on over as they look for the Dragonite, but he's going to pop his BKB as well as the Gyrocopter. Seamew hit with this homing missile, flat cannon just bouncing around everywhere. Nobody did just yet. The Burrow Strike finally hits on waiting. They'll take out one. Now they look for more. Kinetic Field laid down, but hitting onto nobody. It looks as though CDEC need to get out. The track is on, and the homing missile is flying through. Pit of Malice faked, and now hits on 3. Finally placed down, and that does land.
2 BKBs, 3 BKBs in total committed for both teams. And again, Tusk folds for the cause. Exorcism was committed. It's just teams just backing off of this once more, going back to their passive state. It's kind of, yeah, like everybody wants to wait. Nobody's sure. Are we ahead? The answer is no. You're completely even.
Roshan at half health. It's interesting to just leave it there. Vici Gaming Potential would definitely have the opportunity to take it.
If you're a CDEC, you don't want to risk a teamfight combination. This is Epicenter, Cold Lane, Supernova with a Dragon Form online. And the other way around, you're looking at an Exorcism or potential Exorcism together with a Disruptor ult and a Tusk in the pit, which is a nightmare to play against.
So, Seamew here with the Radiance as well as the Solar Crest. Oh, actually, hold that thought. Smoke comes out. There's the Blink Burrow Strike. Glimpse back on a DY, but Waiting's dead. And that is track gold going their way. Just
lots of track gold here.
Yeah, they might actually find more. Quan needs to really watch out, but Blink, Burrow Strike, Sunray, Rocket Barrage, Dark Rift in time, no chance. That's what you got. Life No Color now gets the double kill, and they have a 2,000 net worth lead. That's right.
More important, they have that ration, so they can work with either the Dragonite getting bolstered up in terms of having a tanky Dragon form, or the Gyrocopter getting its second chance.
Down goes Roche, ages to the Gyrocopter, no surprise. He's going Butterfly. Do we see a similar build here where Butterfly, Satanic, Divine Rapier? Or I don't really think they're in that kind of situation.
Yeah, you're not in a situation where you want to go for the Rapier. Butterfly, of course, because it's just a great item. And it also finishes at a timing most of the time where you actually hit that level 20 on Gyrocopter, and then you can just ditch your boots. We talked about it. It's... After Butterfly, I could imagine he still goes down the road of MKB. I've yet to see an Agnum Satanic build, which I was like, that's gotta be bad, right? And then I realized, oh no, this is actually really good, because that means you're gonna heal with your side counter every time. So, let's see, maybe we see the Agnum's Gyrocopter.
Usually the Ags is like first big item.
Yeah, but it is a pretty decent counter later on. Like, if they have heavy lockdown and this lifesteal is already building into, or was building into a Basher, and I actually did go back to the Yasha. But if your enemy has a lot of lockdown, you can't get away with it in the late game, just so you have the reliable heal coming out.
This Death Prophet has kind of been under the radar. Not really doing enough. Setsu, top of the net worth for the Radiant side of CDC, but I'm not feeling it.
It feels like the other game we calls it down. It's a Death Prophet, but you're not actually doing anything with her. You're just sitting near your base, or you're farming, and you're never able to actually commit to a push. He's trying to change that top by pushing the T2 tower, and wonder if he's gonna pop exorcism for this. The Sand King's already coming in, so it would be a mistake to do it.
And he's actually got a lot of people coming in to try and get this kill on Setsu.
Oh.
Wow. BKB into the TP. 9-second BKB used to get out.
That's gotta feel bad that you get forced into your BKB like that. But on the other hand, I mean, Sun King's gotta feel great about this. TP for BKB charge, that's the best case scenario you're ever gonna get.
Oh yeah.
Unless they misclick by item swapping in the backpack. But that never happens.
Rarely. I would say rarely.
No, that never happened. Ever.
Except for that one time.
Yeah, or the other 15. Oh, sorry. Alright. T2 falls.
Life No Color gets the tier 2, and let's take a look. What's he going for right now? Still that butterfly. And getting closer to that level 20, but again, still a bit of a ways out of there. They take another tier 2, so all the outer towers on the side of CDC gone. Up 8,000 net worth, all of a sudden it seems like out of the blue is Vici Gaming potential.
Yeah, that's the Russian. This is all the tires. I know everything is looking pretty fine for them, and I feel like they still have the stronger late game. And this Nyx is not really doing anything. Like, he had a fast Radiance, but he pretty much only used it to farm right now. They didn't have any big team fights or big Nyx bomb carriers beside the Tusk. So he feels a little bit out of place, just in terms of, like, not the itemization in general. It's like, just imagine if you had someone like a CK with like some additional pushing power that can act independently from Death Prophet and still dish a lot of damage out in the team fight against the Dragon Knight.
It's almost like, at least to me, both the Death Prophet and the Lifestealer are very underwhelming, and that could be also due to the fact that this is seemingly our lowest kill count game today. So far at this point, it feels as if it's not really. It doesn't seem like CDC is doing enough.
It is one kill under our lowest one. We had a 422.
That is true, but that was like a stomp, and I don't know.
Wasn't it? It wasn't a stomped. not at all.
DY Courier potential, there it is, and with the Sunray, should be able to take out SGR. They've also got the Static Storm with the BKB, Popeye, Dragonite, as well as the Gyrocopter, Dark Rift, bringing these heroes home. You rang, I answered. Your Uber is here. I've got a 5-star rating. We're out of here.
Yeah, Prophet Setsu is still running around, but they haven't spotted her, so
guys,
just gonna run. Alright, you lost the Disruptor. I guess could be worse. 500 gold actually for a Disruptor, which is disgusting. Track gold in a nutshell.
Well, everybody is there, everybody involved, getting that gold. It's a 600 gold swing, now 9,000 net worth in favor of each gaming potential. So, it just looks as though CDC don't exactly have what it takes at the moment to take a fight, to win a fight, unless they're at the numbers advantage. But Vici Gaming Potential are playing as 5. They're not really splitting up, except for the Bounty Hunter, who's looking for those potential kills. And as I say that, of course, SK up top by himself, or over at the top end of this river.
Of course. What did you expect? Being right? No.
Never.
Right. Are we going to see an exorcism for this T2? Nope. Just gonna fish it.
Snowball, there's the exorcism with the Spirit Siphon. BKB is popped. They take out the Tusk immediately. Now I gotta bow face and try and get out of there, but TZY, he is here with the Burrow Strike hitting on a Quan. You look over at this Death Prophet, who has that Lincolns with the BKB. There's the Icarus dive with the Supernova, well placed. But Seamew He is ready for this and will get the kill. 2 dead on Vici Gaming Potential. They look over at this bounty hunter who's able to walk it away, and they've only lost their 4 and 5. So, decent trade there for CDEC.
Yeah, if you're looking at this perspective that they are fairly far behind, this is a good trade. Also, they traded 1 BKB for 2. Means the Dragon Knight one is now sitting on 7 seconds. The one on the Jar is sitting on 6. So we're nearing now at 5-second BKB. Yeah, that's 5 seconds of magic immunity against the Disruptor or Tusk. They're probably gonna play around it and avoid it. So.
Unfortunately, with track gold, the net worth stayed about even overall.
Yeah, because Bounty Hunter exists. Can't really dish out any damage. Better track somebody up, and it's the worth for my team.
And not only, man, I'm thinking about the Spirit Vessel that they have on top of the Sunray that they're using. That's nuts. Absolutely nuts.
Nuts indeed, but...
And he's just shadowing him. Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, he doesn't care about the minor damage he faces. Not with a pipe. This is what Bounty Hunter does best. He's looking for targets for his team. Nobody really has the catch-up potential beside maybe the Sand King, one of the squishy supports. But just keeping the track, quite literally, on the Lifestealer is really nice in this game.
Yep. And
Vision game once more.
Just being that mobile observer ward is almost perfect for them. They don't need anything more. They don't need him to be hitting hard. They just need him to be seeing. And as long as they can keep an eye on the Lifestealer, they're probably the most dangerous hero here for CDEC at the moment. I feel like it doesn't matter what Bounty Hunter has, as long as he's got Shadow Walk behind the Lifestealer.
Yeah, just pretend like he's not even there.
So, MKB into the Satanic for this Gyrocopter. Do we see that Divine Rapier afterwards?
No. Wait, brace for the 6th slot Aghanim Scepter. I called it. Let me have my hopes, okay? Don't shatter them. Don't shatter my dreams. Please? Yeah. It's probably going to be Rapier after that, because BKB is up, MKB is up, so he's not going to miss any hits.
I just feel like... I keep saying that phrase. It's frustrating me. It's almost like it puts you at this do-or-die situation, though, that you're putting yourself in. To pick up the Divine Rapier like that, if you go down without an Aegis, the whole game is shifted. You have a 10,000, you know, right now 7,000, but has been upwards of 10,000 net worth lead in your favor. To pick up a Divine Rapier, yes, I know you have the Satanic as well as the BKB, but that's very high risk. And I don't know if he needs it. I almost agree that he should just go with the Ags. Why not?
I mean, it's not quite Rapier time yet. He still has to finish up that Satanic. Probably even might want to opt in for a Moonshot or something before he actually goes for it or commits to it. It's just, why not risk it? You have a Dragon Knight, you have a Sand King in the front line, you have a potential Phoenix to back you up, which has an insane amount of heal with the Sunray, don't forget about that. And together, then there's a Spirit Vessel from the Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter providing you with track vision all over the map. I don't feel like this Gyro will ever be in danger. Like even when there's a Smoke Gang on the map, chances are Bounty's gonna catch that Smoke Gang.
He's been shadowing these heroes on CDEC who haven't exactly found a decent fight in their favor in quite some time. And with Bounty Hunter shadowing them that way, it just doesn't seem as feasible as they'd hope to have a beneficial fight for themselves.
Yeah, but CDEC, they have to answer, and I feel like smoking is really the idea here. They want to utilize these night spawns, especially if they do not have that traditional carrier like a Puck, like a Storm Spirit or Nature's Prophet. They either rely on the Tusk or on the Death Prophet. It's probably going to be Tusk.
They have Vici Gaming potential. Sitting back a little bit more than... Oh, wait. Whoa. No Satanic. Straight Divine.
Oh. There goes a hyper. Oh. Like, why are we making these predictions just... He even selected it. And I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna go
hit a
right
Malice
here.
with a Walrus Punch coming through DY. Thunderstrike, there's the kill. Easily done for Simu. They take him right on out. Setsu moving forward. There's the Yules. That's going to be a problem. BKB is popped. Alucard trying to get away. The Dragon Tail not really deterring the side of CDEC. BKB's worn off. Shiva's slowing him down. There's the glimpse back into their hands. They'll get the kill. Nothing Vici Gaming potential can do but watch for the rest of the team.
80 seconds, no buyback for the Dragon Knight.
Epicenter charged up. There's the blink in with the Burrow Strike on a couple of these heroes. SGR will drop Quan. He'll fall as well. Life no color. Continuing to move on forward. This is the damage he outputs as he's got a triple kill. Setsu. Homing missile hits. He's got the exorcism. But life no color is going to be able to retreat successfully. So 3 kills
That
go
was
their
really
way.
nice defense. Just a preemptive, no hesitation from the Sand King, just channeling up on the high ground, then finding a triple burrow strike actually with the Jara on backup. And that's gonna put him one step closer to that rapier. Like, you think we're gonna see a lost rapier, or is this just where Jara just goes down the mid lane and wins?
I mean, he's showing how much damage he could do without the rapier. It's crazy to think that he's about to get a high damage item like the rapier, and that alone, he was able to get 3 kills. I could see him just stomping down mid. Oh gosh, and there it is. But this is a problem. He needs this Aegis now.
Yeah, but they should be getting it. Tusk is coming in.
Oh, the
They
shards
wave the
coming
rapier now.
through. He's got the rapier, needs to be careful. Sigil into the pit. Roche abandoning the pit as well as the side of Vici Gaming potential. They need a smoke, they need a wraparound, but I almost think that's the idea of Vici Gaming potential. They're going to go around and pretend to posture around the pit.
I think CDEC anticipating this. Like, they knew if they were rushing, Roche would have been done by now, so... Oh, they're gonna sacrifice the Underlord probably here.
Burrow Strike comes out, there's the Sunray, there is the death, and it's not just gonna be the Underlord, it's gonna be the Underlord, the Courier, and the Tusk. And they buy back
And
on
the
the
buyback.
Underlord, and I think that's almost because you know you have to try and stop this Aegis. Because Aegis on the Gyrocopter means he has a second life for this Divine Rapier. If you could steal that Divine Rapier, you have a chance at winning this game. And it's not out of the hands of CDEC, but the Burrow Strike comes through. That's on the Underlord. He just popped back. You got to remember that as the call down comes through. There's the glimpse onto the Phoenix with the Sunray, raining damage onto the side of CDEC. Quan bought back, and he's down to less than half health, and they get this Aegis on a life no color. At that point, you got to hit the eject button on CDEC, but they want to go in. They've got the, not the Epicenter, they've got the Exorcism. They'll get the first kill onto the Gyrocopter. That's going to be a problem. The BKB is used, and now they look over the Gyrocopter. He's got the Rocket Barrage as well. The Burrow Strike, Simu down low, down he goes. They'll also get this kill on the Setsu, it looks like, but life no color has to be so careful. There it is. The Rapier's down. But nobody here to grab it, and there's the Supernova. Actually, who grabbed it on what side? Did the Tusk pick that up? No.
Nope.
Phoenix
Rapier's
has
on
it.
the Phoenix. Secured.
Secured
That
on the
could have been a
Phoenix.
disaster.
I think this in itself is a disaster. You don't force the buyback of the Lifestealer or the Death Prophet. You need Gyrocopter to really push enough to the point where I think CDC are going to buy back, and Phoenix has your Divine Rapier.
Yeah, it's... I know, there's nothing they can do against the Cyclone push. They're gonna buy back, potentially even buy back their lifesteal with 20 seconds on the clock, or they'll just lose the ranks for free.
I think they give up the racks. You hold the buyback. It's just...
But do you think this is the play against the Rapier on the deck? And as soon as this Jara comes in, He doesn't have the money for TP boots yet, but if he does, he can just dumpster down another line of racks.
It's worth it, because now you have everybody. You have buyback still on the Lifestealer as well as the Death Prophet. Phoenix is holding that Divine Rapier, and having everybody to go after Phoenix is a better move. At least in my opinion.
I mean, I don't know, where do you go? Where do you go from here? You
go towards that
This is an
Phoenix.
awkward... Yeah, it's an awkward rapier situation. It's back on the Gyro now, so he has his damage up and running. He's not going for that Satanic, so it doesn't happen again where he just is out of targets and just can't hit anyone anymore.
So now you gotta make an aggressive play. I think if you're CDEC, with the Divine Rapier back in the Gyrocopter, it's all or nothing. But BKB next on the Lifestealer. Death Prophet. Nullifier.
Kinda mix between aggressive and defensive items. The BKB and Lifestealer is something you never want. Like, you never want to build BKB and Lifestealer. Most of the time you pick him because he has that magic immunity built in. But in this game, he kind of needs it, because there's so much stuff he has to deal with, and he can't only rely on the rage, especially because you don't want to go for that, yeah, he probably wants to go for the +2 feast damage lifesteal on 25, and not for the rage duration, simply because there is a Dragonaut on the field, there's a Gyrocopter with a lot of health on the field, as well as the Phoenix. So that might be a smart move to actually go for the +2% on feast.
Also, the Phoenix is getting Ags. So you not only will have that Satanic, but you could have the pull into the Supernova, but do you risk going into that? Because
I think you do.
If you have the buyback, or not the buyback, the BKB on the Lifestealer, he can hit away at that Supernova.
The question is, does he get enough hits off? How's the stun duration? He's gonna get level 25 on Phoenix as well, and he's fairly sure he's gonna go for the Supernova hit counts. Even though the other, the +2%, the +2% max health sun ray damage. That's a tongue twister.
I think you have to go.
Looks
with
pretty
the
good.
hits.
Yeah, you have to go, because especially if you go Aghanims, you just fully commit to it, right?
Yep. Lifestealer, BKB. He wants to hold that buyback as well, but he's... Yeah, so buying out on that BKB, that makes me believe that they're going to go all out.
Just look at the positioning once more. There's a nice one going on. In a Tusk once more.
Satanic. Picked up here by the Gyrocopter, DY. Handing the front lines, just continuing to be that shadow of CDEC. They're looking for the Snowball, Walrus Punch, Infest, Pop. It's going to be tough, and I think the Nullifier is important to note, as it needs to come out on Life No Color. Ooh, but this is Ags coming in at the right time for Phoenix? No. Thought for a second it was. But he's got it off the queue.
Just the wall, just the gem.
So both teams just looking to fight. But
It's a little bit of a Mexican standoff,
Yeah.
but ooh, so greedy with GP.
Oh, there's the blink into the Walrus Punch. They find themselves DY, but he's down to the low ground with the glimpse back. They'll get the kill. Now they've got to back off as they've got themselves a kill on one. They've used the BKB. Now they look at TZY as they've got the open wounds. They continue on forward. There's the kill, and now they look over at Life No Color with the BKB. I don't know if he has enough damage, but there's the Satanic. Is it going to be enough? The Infest is going to be popped, but no, they don't get the kill just yet. There it is. Divine Rapier on the deck, but 4 are down. Buyback from the Tusk. Buyback from the Death Prophet. Gyro, the only one dead again.
And even if they manage to kill the Gyrocopter once more, just Dragonaut is sitting on your high ground, and he's gonna hit some buildings. There's just nothing stopping him. It's gonna be the second line of ranks with 60 seconds on the clock for the Lifestealer. It's still 80 seconds for the Gyrocopter, but yeah, Dragon Knight. Doing Dragon Knight things.
They glyph again. They could go towards the bottom set, especially with Tusk down now. Setsu, I think if he dies, that's it. But they look over towards the top set to finish it off, take the range racks.
4 axes today, and still 30 seconds to work with. Are they going to rotate bottom? Yep. They're totally rotating bottom.
They have to be a little bit careful. Setsu's going to buy them time with the BKB as well as the glimpse coming through. Onto the DK, sitting back heavily is this Phoenix. I almost expect maybe a TP to behind them on the Shrine. But BKB is popped here. They'll take the tier 3. Underlord is up. Here comes the Lifestealer. It would be the move to go towards this Shrine if they really want to go after this Phoenix. Let's see.
I don't think you're going to risk it, not when your base is so exposed. Jaru's already coming in 2 seconds as well. He can always TP to this Shrine on the map and just run over, which he's doing. Yeah, like, he needs boots on Jaru anyways, and he's gonna go for his own nullifier on the Jaru now. Which is a particularly interesting item. Where's his rapier delivery service? Who has it?
You dropped this. I got this for you. Again.
Yeah, he's like a little butler, just trying to not miss anything on the way. Like, it's so hard with it. Like, even with the Satanic, he's just gonna get bursted down so much. It's weird.
Ooh, the Infest again. There's the Exorcism. Blink forward. Snowball. They've got the Nullifier, but the BKB's popped in time. They've got the call down with the Burrow Strike. They'll take out the Tusk. Now with the BKB popped on Setsu as well as the Lincolns. That's going to be popped as well. SGR goes down to the back lines. Is this Alucard Dragon Knight as they try to get the Dark Rift. They're trying to get out of there. There's the Epicenter. They kill off the Underlord, and that should be enough. Seamew goes down. That's 4 dead. GG is called. And Vici Gaming Potential split the series at 1 apiece. So 2 series so far, and 2 series split at 1.
Well said. Vici Gaming Potential. Coming out of 2 wins, we expected them actually not winning a single one. But really showing what they can do here. Okay, take a look at the scoreboard for the damage here. And this Jaruko did so much damage. More than his entire team combined.
Yeah, 55,000, 22, 4, and 12, which is, I mean, what we've been seeing from Gyrocopters every single game that he gets picked up. And it's another game where we see Gyrocopter win. Vici Gaming Potential split the series with CDEC. That's it for Vici Gaming Potential for today, as they split the series with IG. They split the series with CDEC. They end the day 2-2. And now we go into the 3rd series, CDEC against IG. So all 3 teams coming full circle. But you take a look at the graph, it was never a lead, really, for the side of CDC. Always in the hands of Vici Gaming Potential. The question was, when will they put it away? And they end up putting it away at about 50 minutes. They take the game, split the series. I mean, overall, they looked pretty decent in this game. Game 1, I can't say the same, to be honest. But, again, the 3 teams we've seen so far look decent at times, and they also look not great at times. And it's new rosters, figuring out the kinks, putting it all together, and that's what this league is all about. But with this season, like the last season where the winning team went to MDL Macau, or how I think I pronounced that right, the top 3 teams qualify for MDL 2018. And that is very important as the top 4 teams go to the playoffs in both groups, and the bottom 2 teams eliminated. So every game matters against every team. And we'll be back with the next series, which is IG against CDEC. Vici Gaming Potential is done for the day, and we are on to our last best of 2. That'll be next. Again, IG versus CDEC. I'm your caster, B-Cop, joined here by Bottom of the Moon. I'm at BCop92 on Twitter. He is Bottom of the _Moon on Twitter. Follow us there to know when we're casting and to give us any, criticism, whether good or bad or neutral. Just to let us know, and we'll be back with the next best of 2 in just a moment. Stay right there.